Hey, great Thursday. We are here again with working with our YouTube live video. And what we're going to do is try and get this one up and going. I appreciate the people that came on yesterday. Actually, we've already increased the subscribers from, I think I had 11. And just yesterday, I was able to come up to 96. And please subscribe, and have others subscribe as well. The only way that we're going to avoid all the mess with YouTube, with Facebook being as delicate and as idiotic in regards to the restrictions. It's becoming really crazy. I mean, I understand when you want to restrict a lot of the fake news, or the information that is misleading or in some way. But I mean, now you can't comment. Now you can't say anything like, oh, these people are dumb, these people are stupid, because somebody is already going to be out there getting offended. Why are we a country, a nation of people that get offended for anything or everything out there? It is really pathetic. It is frustrating. It is frustrating because what happens is you have individuals out there raping, ravaging, decimating our economy, stealing, lining their pockets with tax dollars, and nothing gets done. They are free to do as they will, and they have a giant platform. It's like here in Brownsville, I get the question as, "Hey, man, well, why did you have a hard time with that DWI and everything?" Well, because I was fighting a machine that had unlimited resources, guys. Really? I mean, think about it. Think about it. You as an individual, do you have the resources to fight off attorneys that have all the resources in the world? You don't. I didn't. I am a very, very poor individual. I'm not wealthy in any way, shape, or form. But because I don't line my pockets with the money of our students or the money of our taxpayers. I mean, for goodness sakes, I ran my campaign. I ran my campaign with $3,500. I mean, La Prisi out there, I mean, she ran her campaign with $75,000, $80,000. $75,000 to $80,000, folks. I mean, you can buy a house in Brownsville with $75,000 to $80,000. La Drew, another $50,000. $50,000. I mean, for a race, for a campaign, for a position that pays nothing. And of course, these individuals were in some way, shape, or form that donated to that campaign. They were going to get their money back somehow or other. And who's going to pay for it? You pay for it. You, the teachers, pay for it. You, the community members, pay for it. The students pay for it. We all pay for it. And we all pay for it because we don't speak up and fight for our rights. We don't. And we need to start, man. We need to start fighting for that which belongs to us. What is our God-given right? I mean, it's your money. It's your kids' inheritance. I decided to come on because I did want to share that one of the things that is out there. One of the things that is out there is in regards to PUB. And I mean, again, it's another horrible situation. It's another horrible situation because you have the $1.3 million that are missing, that are gone. And it's always the same thing, folks. Everything is always connected. We've been saying for years that the PUB had amassed over $100 million from people here in the city of Brownsville who had been charged these unimaginable rates. Our rates went up some 26 to 30% increase in the past 7 years in order to pay for that Tenasca mess. Tenasca mess. And they kept that money because they were supposedly going to bring Tenasca. We didn't get Tenasca. So now they start to construct and to build this a new administrative building. Why do they need a new administrative building? It makes no sense. Well, as of recent, whereas they deposited $1.3 million into somebody's bank account that wasn't Noble Constructions, the ones that are helping them build it. Then Noble Constructions got upset and said, hey, if you don't pay us, we're going to take you to court. So they had to dish out another $1.3 million to pay Noble Construction. What happened to the other $1.3 million? FBI is investigating. And I mean, FBI is already investigating BISD. They're already investigating BISD because Sylvia pocketed millions and millions of our dollars. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, we're smack in the middle of this coronavirus mess. We really haven't reached our peak yet. And they're stealing our money left and right. Y para taparle el ojo al macho, they decided to give back to the people of Brownsville for $2 million to forgive their payments. Guys, they need to forgive everybody's payment. They kept over $100 million that they took from the people of Brownsville. No one should pay electricity in Brownsville for the next 2-3 months, at least. Maybe more. Everyone stealing money from the people of Brownsville. Everyone. PUB, under FBI investigation. BISD, under FBI and DEA investigation. Cameron County, probably under investigation. City of Brownsville, not the current mayor or administration, but probably the previous, also under investigation. Can't confirm that. But I know for a fact, PUB, BISD, federal investigation, FBI. Case of BISD, FBI for sure, and it is alleged the DEA as well. Why? Because Sylvia was bringing in the cartels into BISD. Drew said it. Drew told the interim superintendent that she had told Sylvia, don't be bringing in the cartels to BISD. I mean, folks, cartels to where children are being taught, to educational entity of the city of Brownsville, the biggest budget south of San Antonio, Texas, $600 million a year in budget. And they have made a mess out of it. Now, they don't want to give teachers a stipend, give them a raise. They want teachers to justify their pay so that they can continue to collect more and more money. Their only concern right now is the money. And is TEA really going to allot them, give them, grant them to receive the funds from the state in order to continue to function for the rest of this year? Mike Moroth, the educational commissioner for TEA, already said that they were going to get their money. But now they're in a conundrum. I hope I said that right. A conundrum. Because we've been saying it for weeks and they don't want to give us a win. They don't want to say, oh crap, Erasmo was right. They don't. It's a mess. PUB under investigation. FBI, BISD, definitely under FBI investigation. Sylvia's still awaiting trial for taking bribes from a federal agent in the middle of the coronavirus mess. And still my haters are upset, are freaking out that Erasmo falls asleep at Whataburger. Erasmo pleaded guilty to a DWI. And I'll tell you why. You know how most people could drag on stuff for months and months and months and months and months? I have an amazing attorney. And I said, yeah, rip the Band-Aid out. Let's end this now. Let's go through the process. You know, let's do what we have to do. And then people were upset with saying, oh, well, Erasmo is out there and he's on a scooter, has an occupational license. Boy, like, I'm going through the process. You know, I didn't get any special favors. I didn't request any special favors. I appreciate our district attorney, you know, who went after me hard. And he was right to come after me hard. I was a trustee, elected official, and, you know, I should have used better judgment in regards to the incident, which happened outside of BISD. It had nothing to do with BISD. Nothing. Should have. Completely appreciate that. It is my hope and prayer that moving on forward, our district attorney and, you know, our judicial here, you know, will go as hard with everyone else, even relatives, you know, as they did with me. But I have no hate towards the district attorney's office, the district attorney. I appreciate what they did. I'm glad that they did it. No harm, no foul with Brownsville Police Department. I appreciate our police department. I really sincerely do. I have a great relationship with the chief of police, but I did not use any relationship with the chief of police or with anyone else in order to get special favors. I went through the process. I'm still going through the process. I will finish up my process with a smile on my face, because you could accuse me of anything you want. As long as it's true, you could accuse me of a DWI once every day of the week and twice on Sunday, and I'm okay. You'll never accuse me of stealing taxpayer dollars or stealing our children's inheritance, ever. Unfortunately, the corrupt board that we have right now can't say the same. They cannot say the same. They have ripped off our district blind, and they want to continue. And Minerva, Brisi, Drew, they were the individuals that fomented this culture of thievery. They fomented the culture that permitted Sylvia to steal your children's money, teachers' ability to get real raises, not quasi raises, real raises. So again, why am I opting to go onto YouTube Live? Why am I opting to go onto other pages? Because Facebook is crappy as crud. Crappy as crud. They have become this oversensitive entity that for no reason whatsoever will try to stifle into quiet freedom of speech. And that is their control. And again, I'm all for following the orders and the mandates of our government, of our state, of our county, and of our city. But the line must be drawn somewhere. Are we giving up too much of our freedoms and our rights? Is the cure for the Rona worse than the Rona itself? I mean, that's something I guess everyone in particular is going to have to answer for their own. But is giving up a lot of the things that we had as liberties, you know, actually equate the preventiveness that we're putting forth in regards to the Rona? I don't know. I know that I hate having to wear a mask when I'm with my dad or my mom or my better half in a vehicle. Now, if there's two people, even if they live in the same household, if there's two people in a vehicle and one of you is not wearing a mask, you will be fined up to $1,000, possibly imprisoned. And that's left at the discretion of the officer that's stopping you. That is very scary. I've received assurances from our chief of police and our sheriff that, officers are going to do their best, to, be as lenient as possible. But again, what's going to happen if you have one or two rogue officers out there? I mean, guys, and for those that may say, well, it'll never happen, it's happened multiple times, guys. And it'll probably continue to happen. What are we to do? What are we to do? I mean, believe it or not, in the city of Brownsville, you'll have people that dislike Erasmo Castro. I mean, I know it's very crazy to believe, but there's one or two people out there that do not like Erasmo Castro. So what's going to happen if all of a sudden that cop that was very rude to the kids that tried to help out when I had my accident incident, very rude. I mean, really coming up with the F-bombs to kids, man, to kids who just actually stopped to help out. I mean, I still haven't addressed that matter with them, but it's very rude, very uncalled for, man. And that's why a lot of cops get that bad rap, because you'll have one that, wants to prove that, oh, well, I'm an officer and, I got to be tough. I mean, she was upset because I was calling her sir, and she wasn't a sir. And I mean, come on, guys. It was late at night. Anyway, I'm going to address that later on, but it's uncalled for. And hopefully the officer will change her ways, change her ways. But again, guys, I respect all authority here, everyone that's out there working for us. I mean, I really think people, they're trying to do their job. But guys, we have to stay vigilant. We have to keep each other informed. I'm glad that a couple of individuals are going to start their own little pages, and our own lives videos, and keep on informing the people of what's going on in the city of Brownsville. I mean, I'm glad that teachers are starting to wake up. I'm really glad that teachers are being a little bit more proactive in regards to a lot of the things that are going on here in the city of Brownsville. I mean, we need that in the desperate way. We just really, really do need it. So I'm glad that a lot of people are speaking out against a lot of the injustices. BISD will be losing a lot of students at the start of next year. They will be, and it's very, very unfortunate. And again, take into consideration, we are very, very top heavy. The superintendent, 2 deputies, and thousands of AAs out there. Take into consideration, folks, that if cuts have to be made, if people have to be furloughed, like Valley Baptist is doing here in Brownsville and Harlingen and Westaco, guys, they're not going to cut from the top. They're not going to want to cut from the top. The corrupt board doesn't care. They don't care. They think that the superintendent is doing a great job. They are delusional. They are dumb, not doing a good job. So, guys, we need to rethink this, and we need to get more people informed, and we need to let individuals know that they need to be up to date in regards to everything that's going on in the city, be it PUB stealing or missing $1.3 million, $1.3 million, $1.3 million. Or BISD, where millions of dollars have been pocketed by Sylvia. Millions. The upcoming crisis in regards to returning to school. Who are they going to furlough? They're going to furlough our classified staff. Furlough or fire or terminate our classified staff, folks. That's who we need to protect. We need to unite in order to protect the most vulnerable among us. My uncle is in the hospital. I just got this message. He was positive for the virus. My aunt was just taken in to be tested. My cousin called. They are a family in Los Fresnos, Texas. Someone from Los Fresnos passed this morning. We're not over with this thing, folks. We are not over with it, and I'm going to request a little bit more information in regards to the individual that passed away. More info concerning individual that passed. Now, we have to understand, guys, that we're not getting all the information, folks. Think of it. For weeks, we've been warning about AMPHILs, saying, that employees out there were saying that they were concerned. They were concerned about individuals who had tested positive. And I spoke with AMPHIL's people. And I asked, hold on, concerning the person, and I asked, and they blatantly told me, blatantly lied, and they said, nope, not happening here. And I said, guys, I'm getting the information from several individuals out there that work out there, that there are individuals at AMPHILs that have tested positive. And they blatantly lied. Everyone wants to keep it covered up. The same thing with people at Southwestern Keys. I mean, I've gotten messages from a lot of the individuals out there, a lot that have said that they're not being offered proper PPE. And then the PPE that they're being offered is ineffective. Nomás tapabocas de papel. And then they have to use the same one. And again, you start to want to not believe. The worst part of all, the virus stays alive in metal parts longer. It's true. Thank you, my man. I need help spreading the word in regards to these live in this page. And I know you're amazing, Earthwind. I love you. Guys, I mean, these companies ultimately care about the bottom line. The bottom line for them is the dollar. That's why out there at Southwestern Key, at Valley Baptist, they've started to let people go. I love you, man. They've started to let people go. Guys, we can't afford to lose our people here in Brownsville. We can't. And the only way that we're going to protect the people of Brownsville is if we keep each other informed. Keeping each other informed means coming together. And that's what we're trying to do with these pages. But again, Facebook will continue to block us, will continue to kick us off. That's why we have to find other measures. Like, I've started a blog page. I'm using my Twitter. I'm using my Instagram. And I'm going to use this YouTube Live. And again, we're going to be on at 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock at night. And again, I'll be building this up during the day to whereas we're over 1,000 subscribers. Over 1,000 subscribers, then I could do it from my phone. So I will, I'm going to ask. I'm going to need your help. Please get as many individuals on here helping in regards to the subscription. And again, I hate doing that, folks, but I have no other choice. We need to keep each other informed. And again, we get the information and we'll share the information, but we're not going to be able to share the information if we don't have a platform. So I'm going to continue to work with Facebook as much as possible, but it's going to get to the point where we won't be able to work Facebook at all. Because again, they are overly sensitive, politically correct, bullcrap sensitive. And it's really, really very stupid. So I'm going to plead and ask. And again, going back into the corporations and the companies, I'm concerned. I'm concerned that AMPHIL died to me when I clearly asked them. Another issue I have with Brownsville people is that some people blindly follow our corrupt leadership. It's so true. I mean, I had a guy this morning on the live 9 o'clock little show. I had a guy out there trying to defend them, saying, when did the superintendent say, or the corrupt board? When did they say? That May 4th? Folks, am I completely nuts? They have said May the 4th. They're fighting the city mayor and the city commissioner, saying that they're going to stick to May the 4th, that the city commission and the mayor do not have the authority to close the school down for the school year. And we know that they do. I mean, a friend of mine Google searched it and found it himself. And they still want to fight him, and they want to adhere to the May 4th date. It's madness. But you're right, man. The problem is that individuals are sheep. Sheep. They want to defend and protect the leadership when the leadership has been ripping them off blind, and people go like, well, what do you mean? Sylvia Atkinson took bribes from a federal undercover agent, and they still want to defend the board, the ones that permitted and fomented the culture that permitted her to rob us blind. The guy needs to watch the recording. Exactly. I mean, guys, their own town hall. The superintendent said May 4th at least three or four or five times. How ironic that Brownsville being a town that can become the big brothers being left behind by the smaller towns. It's crazy. San Benito, 12 minutes up. Guys, San Benito is offering assistance and help and wants to lift the morale of their teachers. And they can do that because their board members aren't pocketing as much money as Sylvia or any money. They're not. Guys, I'm sorry. It's time for us to unite as a people here in the city of Brownsville. And I mean, people may hate me because, Erasmo blocked me, or, Erasmo this. You can hate me for that, but God bless, love your children, man. You can hate me because I take selfies every other day, and I'm narcissistic. They say, whatever, that's fine. Hate me because of that. But appreciate the message. Appreciate that here we bring together all the information, guys, to try to keep each other, all of us, informed of everything that's going on. Please. Only together, guys. We can only do it together. And Earthwind and Zenko Reload, please. I ask for y'all's help, and anybody else that's watching, guys, please, let's get people onto this platform so that we could switch from Facebook live videos, switch them on here, and at least we'll keep each other informed. So I have faith that together we can do it. Yesterday we went up some 85 people just yesterday. 85 people in one day. I'm Adrian. Hey, it's my man, Adrian. Love you, man. Guys, the only way that we can beat them is if we keep each other informed. With information comes power. With information comes power. And Adrian knows, I mean, a lot of people out there, they hate me. And that's fine. You can hate me all you want. I don't care. No vivo de la gente. You know, I don't. You can hate me all you want. But again, love your finances. Love your community. Love your children enough to say, hasta aquí. You know, I'm done. And I appreciate a lot of teachers, man. A lot of teachers are just coming out and saying, this is bullcrap. I'm done. And that's what we need. We need more individuals. Like Emma Guevara. Did y'all read that Emma Guevara? Man, let me tell you, that was an awesome, awesome little write-up. And I contacted Emma and I said, Emma, you want to come on and do a live? Let's do a live. But, you know, she hasn't responded. And I understand. I mean, I understand that, you know, retaliation as is, you know, she runs the risk of being retaliated against by the district because of expressing, you know, her sentiment in regards to being overwhelmed, overworked, underappreciated. Yes, she's a hero. She knows the risk, but she took a stand. Amen, brother. She did. And a lot of other individuals I've seen. I mean, I've seen that they're starting to call out, and it is what it's going to be needed. I have a friend of mine. I won't say his name but I know that he's been, you know, posting stuff of inconformity out there. I won't say his name. And I spoke with him this morning, and he's at that point now like he wants to look at other options in regards to leaving the district and going to work at other districts around, or idea even. It's gotten to that point that teachers do not feel appreciated. They don't. I mean, and again, I'll mention this, and I mentioned it this morning, and I mentioned it last night. The reasoning for San Benito, because they put down a reasoning why they decided to vote what they did. The reasoning was they appreciate teachers. They want to boost the morale. They want to let them know that they're in this together. And we're not getting that from our board, and we're not getting that. And I'll share what I shared with my friend. We're not getting that from the board because they're so disassociated from the board, from the people. They think they're up high and mighty on their little chairs allá arriba, and everyone else, staff, teachers, are down here. And again, and hate me or dislike me, but you could ask the personnel that work at the cafeterias at the schools, when's the last time that a board member went by and asked, what do y'all need? How are y'all doing? Y'all are appreciative. And they'll tell you, it was when I was on the board. And I don't mean to toot my own horn. But it's a fact. And it's a fact. And why Erasmo would get cheered when you go into stadiums or when there was events? Erasmo would get cheered because students and teachers, they can sense someone who's genuine and someone who's fake. And all we have on that board right now are fake people. Fake, which is a disservice to our community. It's a disservice to our people. And they are literally dragging our teachers and staff through the mud right now. And they don't care. Other districts, Seguin, San Benito, and I'm sure countless others are cognizant or aware of what's going on with their teachers and their staff. Ours, they don't care. And again, going back to the same thing, they don't care because as long as they're lining the pockets of the vendors who put money into their campaigns, they don't care. They'll come out and shake your hand and kiss your babies. And right now, like little Eddies out there getting ready for elections, they'll come out and they'll, pander for your vote. After that, you'll never hear from them again until it's next election. With me, again, hate me or like me, I'm always around, and I ain't going anywhere anytime soon. So again, guys, please, I know I hate doing it. Please share the YouTube channel. Ask friends and family to come on and to subscribe. Also, my Twitter's out there and my Instagram. And, if we completely get kicked off of Facebook, which could happen, we're going to start using these measures. Facebook live every 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. 9 a.m., 9 p.m. every day, except on Sunday. Sunday, no 9 a.m. I go to church, but we'll have a 9 p.m. every day and 9 a.m. every day except Sunday morning. I'm going to put up a little schedule out there so people know. Guys, I love y'all. Earthwind, compadre Adrian, love y'all guys. Take care. We'll see y'all here soon. I'll keep on moving this till we get enough individuals on here. Love y'all guys. Thanks. Peace.